Anxiety, depression, feeling panic is not a mode of life that you have to live in. And many of us stay in this mode thinking that this is just the way of life. It's heavy feelings, heavy to deal with. I want to show you in this video a proven method that you can apply when you find yourself in a random funk that is ruining your day. You don't have to stay there. And it's actually simple. And the more that you apply this, the easier it is and the better your life will be. So in this particular instance, I'm talking you wake up, you're having a fine day, and then randomly you just find yourself in a funk and you're sort of spiraling. You find that all of these things you're feeling are so heavy and so hard to deal with, and you're not sure there's a way out. You feel stuck. Maybe it's a job, and you're thinking to yourself, I can't find another job. I have been looking and I can't find another job. I'm stuck. What am I going to do? And so you find yourself in this panic. What I want you to do in that moment is you have to stop, and out loud, I want you to say, what is it that I'm feeling? And then identify what it is. So in this moment, what is it that I'm feeling? Well, I feel panic. I feel frustration. I'm scared. I have anxiety. I'm feeling down. Okay, well, that's good. We identified what it is that we're feeling. Now, the biggest thing is I want you to think about what it is that caused it today. Not yesterday or the day before. What is it that caused you to go down that spiral today? Because the chances are that whatever it was that's causing you to feel this way is actually probably completely unrelated to what it is that you're focusing on right now. And so maybe this morning you screwed up your diet, or you acted like a fool in front of your kids and you lost your cool. Maybe somebody cut you off into traffic, or Jeff from work gave you, a rude look, and that just kind of pissed you off and ruined your day, okay? Well, identify what it is, because that specific thing more than likely sent you into this feedback loop that you're saying and thinking about in your head, which is causing you to be in this funk. And the feedback loop that you're believing is completely irrational thought, and it's full of lies. And it's not helpful at all. In fact, it's tearing you apart because it's negative self-talk, and you got to get this out of your head. So we identified what we're feeling and what it was that caused it. And you realize that specific thing that caused it has absolutely nothing to do with the thing that I'm focusing on, the major thing, right? So that one thing that I can't find this job, but actually has nothing to do with it. Now what I want you to do is you're focusing on the fact that you can't find a job or whatever else it is. Now you need to identify what the lies are. The lies is that you can't find a job and you'll never find a job. Or the lies, maybe it's that, you're not a good person, and unless you really aren't a good person, but you probably are a good person. Or that, you'll never be able to afford a home or whatever it is, okay? Those are lies. And how do you know those are lies? Well, because you're a free human being, assuming you're watching this not from prison, and you have the ability to change your life. And so you need to replace it with truth. And what is the truth? It's the opposite. I will be able to find a job. I have to be persistent, but I will be able to find a job. I am a good person, and I'll be able to buy a home one day. Okay? These are what we're going to replace the lies with, because this is true. Now, another thing you can also and should also tell yourself is that there's a God who loves me and cares for me, and his promise is to give me great hope and a great future if I put my trust in him. And I can take that to the bank. Now, what you just did is you identified what you're feeling, what caused that feeling. You identified the lies in this feedback loop that's playing nonstop in your head, and you replace the lies with truth. And that matters. And you hopefully speak it out loud so that you can hear it and you can apply it. Because the reality is that if we go on in this mode of thinking, this negative self-talk is only just going to continue to tear us apart. And they are lies. But the more that we replay these lies in our head, the more likely they're actually to become true, because we're going to start believing these things, and we might even start living these things. So we replace the lies with the truth, and that gives us a better direction and a right way forward. And you'll be a much better person to be around, and you'll be much happier in your life because you found a way to deal with things, to not compartmentalize things, to figure out, what is it that I'm actually believing? Oh, I'm fully capable of changing my life, of changing these circumstances. I can't change what people do. They're responsible for them, but I'm responsible for me, and I deserve to live a better life. I deserve a better direction forward.